What do I consider to be an Attack on Titan clone? It's simple, really, because they usually follow similar cliches. Of course, Titans were not the first one to use them, but since nothing more notable came during the last 4 or 5 years, I will use it as an example. So, you can easily write off an anime as an Attack on Titan clone if the plot has the following things in it. Everyone in the world is dead thanks to some big monsters. The surviving humanity is forced to live in walled-off cities that occasionally are attacked by said monsters. But these aren't your regular monsters, protected by wild magics they are, so they have to be killed in a particularly stupid way, usually with the help of a special metal called bullshitium that for some reason can only be mined in or somewhere near said city, in the entire fucking world. And since bullshitium is a ridiculously expansive, fancy, and pretty metal, you can't just let some random hoo-has use it, no. Only local military or militia are allowed. And coincidentally, they're also our main heroes. Oh yeah, and they die. A lot and very violently. So you guessed it correctly. Today, Black Bullet is on the chopping block. Black Bullet almost fully goes through our checklist with its own things here and there. For example, besides bullshitium, little girls that are half monsters are also considered to be a weapon. Well, okay, not entirely new, but at least they were told it differently. Oh, and in case you still haven't realized, be prepared to see how said little girls are tortured and killed in the most violent ways possible, not only from local gastritis, but also by humans, because racism and also that typical Japanese mentality in anime. You because you don't deep areas, I'll cut you! Things are so bad that in one episode an entire school of said children is blown up thanks to some terrorists. Just as a note to any writer or game designer listening, killing children and animals is, while effective, no arguing about that, a very cheap way to make a human care, and besides, a very unreliable one. Of course, the majority will cry in righteous anger, yelling that racism is the source of all evil, but for critics this will be seen as hackneyed at best, and a sign of bad taste and graphomania at worst. In my case, I wasn't impressed, because when I was in Congo I had the honor to command a few Kadongo squads. I am not going to be impressed or be overly emotional over a child dying, and I'm talking about this because this is kind of the main thing of this anime. Our main hero, pedophile, loves and respects every little girl out there because he's the main hero, of course he will. And while there's a war against gastritis, anime almost constantly reminds us about a subplot involving rights of these girls and all that nonsense. But still, you can't just shit all over an anime, you gotta praise it for something. Well, I liked the local army idea and the main human villain. Our protagonist is essentially a mix between a militia member and a spec ops whose main task is to destroy gastritis in pair with a discriminated child. Every child has a specific type that determines their abilities and usefulness. And you know what? This could make a fine game or a game class, don't you think? And the main villain, he's... well, just look at him. He has a jacket, he has a hat and a mask, and he likes to kill people. For some reason, I sense a kindred soul in him. Don't know why, though. But unfortunately, even with him, I clearly understand why this anime failed. There is nothing interesting or memorable in it. Such stories were everywhere after Attack on Titan and Shinsekai Yori, and in general, the anime is pretty... disposable. But still, I think it's worth seeing it once, at least to steal some ideas from it. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. The villain has 2 guns with names that probably aren't translated this way, but who cares? Spanking Sodomy and Psychedelic Gospel. Why did I told you that? And why the hell not? Now where?
Thank you.